Hi guys, this is Mother Magdalena. I'm planning to cook braised pork belly. I have many Chinese friends back home, and whenever I visit Malaysia, I get taken out to dinners, Chinese dinners, and I love pork belly the way the Chinese do it. I've done pork belly curry and I've actually uploaded that video, but I wanted to do Chinese style pork belly today. Okay, here we go. My ingredients. I have like about 700 grams of pork belly. I've washed it. And then for the braising, I have different kind of spices here. Loads of garlic, ginger, spring onion, dried chilies, cloves, star anise, cinnamon, and bay leaf. I have salt, light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, and cooking wine. This is Swedish cooking wine, whereby the alcohol content is lesser than 1. Talking about cooking wine, I have been hunting high and low to get Shaoxing wine, Chinese cooking wine, but I just found out that in Sweden they do not allow normal grocery shops or convenience stores to sell Shaoxing wine, because in Sweden if you want to buy wine and alcohol drinks, you need to buy it in a particular shop that's called Systembolaget, which is state-run. And Shaoxing wine is like more than 15% alcohol content, so I was not able to get Chinese wine. But I'm using this Swedish, they call it husets röda vin, röd vins smak, house wine they call it. This is to enhance the taste in the dish. So I do like that idea that here in Sweden it's not easy to buy wine like you could do in many other countries. In Malaysia, I could go to the non-halal section of a supermarket and buy wine or beer. But that's not that simple here in Sweden. And that's a good thing, I think. Only 2 cloves of garlic that I'm going to mince, because the rest of it I'm going to just dump in with the skin when I'm braising the pork. This will go into my pot when I'm going to braise. I'm going to turn on the stove and then pour cold water into my wok, because I'm going to braise the pork belly. That I'm going to add some ginger and a little bit of rose wine. I'm also going to add 1 star anise, because I do not like the pork smell, but this blanching process should remove that smell as well, and the house wine too. For about 15 minutes or 20, depending on how much you like to blanch it. I have removed the scum that was floating, and I'm quite happy now. I'm going to remove this, turn off my stove. I'm going to wash this before I cut it into pieces. Make sure we dry it properly so that when we sear it, the liquid does not get into the oil and splatter. I'm going to cut them into small. Wow, look at that, it goes in so smoothly. Yeah, this is just too big. I do not want them to be too big. Just going to sear the pieces of pork, just to give it a slight char. Be careful, if you have liquid in it, it will splatter, so you do not want to spend very near your stove. One tablespoon of sugar to get the sweetness. Just put it on one side and get it to caramelize. And it's beginning to caramelize. Now, well, I'm going to add my garlic, of course, ginger, chili. Yeah, well, this is home cooking, and I've got my stuff here too. A very quick stir. I have transferred the pork into a pot. I'm going to transfer this into the pot because I need to braise this thing for about an hour plus. It's easy if I have a pot because I don't have to keep checking. There's enough water in it. I have added 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce and 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. Give it a slight stir. And 3 tablespoons of cooking wine. This does not have more than 1% of alcohol in it. More ginger and garlic. You do not have to add so much. I like ginger and garlic taste in my dish. Into that I'm going to pour hot water. We want to have enough water for it to braise for almost an hour and a half. Or until the pork belly is tender. 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to bring this to a boil and then lower down the heat and let it simmer. Yes, that's right, it's boiling. I'm going to turn down the heat to medium and I'm going to just let it simmer for an hour. I'll keep checking. While waiting for the pork to cook, I'm going to cook my rice. I'm using a rice cooker. That's too much. 2, 3, 4. I have used 2 cups of rice, so I'm using 4 cups of water. That's my measurement and it works well for me. It's been a half an hour. I'm just going to remove my spices and everything else. I'm going to leave the bay leaf and the clove. I'm going to let it simmer. It's been simmering like an hour plus. I'm going to add 4 eggs and 4 shiitake mushrooms. I didn't soak them too long because it's going to be sitting in this for a while. Make sure the egg is submerged. I'm going to let it sit in there for about 20 minutes. I've raised the heat to highest because I want to reduce my liquid. I'm just gonna let it just sit there for a while, about 15 minutes or 20 minutes till my husband comes up and we will have dinner together. Hey guys, moment of truth. The meat is just so tender, it just falls apart. I'm interested in seeing if I have managed to get my taste back. As you all know, I'm recovering from COVID-19 and COVID is not my friend. Let's see now how it tastes. Wow, I do taste it. I taste the soy sauce, and I'm glad I did add 2 dry chilies. I do taste that. See, and the mushroom. Wow, it's good. It's really good that my taste is coming back. Thanks, guys. I will let you know what my husband thinks about it. Iberia, how do you think that braised pork belly tastes today?
It's very rich, it's very good, it's strong, it clears the throat, and it's very healthy for me.
Can you taste the ginger, garlic, soya, mushroom?
Definitely, yeah, absolutely.
Did I do a good job for lunch?
Oh, you did a marvelous job. Fantastic.
How many points will you give me out of 10?
Out of 10, I give you 9.
Wow! Oh, that's good, because I couldn't taste much. I just tasted the mushroom and perhaps the soy.
But this is really good.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
We have an egg in it, mushroom in there too. And we are eating it with rice.
That's right.
Hope you guys enjoy your meal with your family too.
Ooh, it's true.